Captain speaking. I'm currently not visible. But if there's anybody here watching, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title of the video, we're going to be playing Pokeymans. Very first Strame ever. Pretty excited. Hope my levels are good. I did some test streams before. Last couple days just to see how things were. But it's probably still going to be scuffed to hell. So we'll see how things go. And if there isn't anybody watching now, for those watching in the future, welcome. Welcome to the crew. Welcome aboard. We're going to have fun. I hope. We'll see. I guess I should pop up on screen now, huh? Yeah, here I am. These are my current captain's quarters. So, this is not a permanent habitation. Things might change. But for now, this will do. And I mean, honestly, we're not even going to be spending that much time here to begin with, so... all good. Yeah. I hope we have some fun. I don't know how long this is gonna be. It's first stream, so could go terribly, could go really well. We'll just have to see. I'm taking a little drink. Excuse me 1 second. Go figure, right when you're about to start talking, all of the sediment and filth in your lungs wants to bubble up to the top. Anyway, yeah, I guess let's just get right into it, my babies. I got some nice music going on too. I don't even know what this one is. This is not what I started on. Enough of that. We will begin. Yeah, again, hopefully my audio levels are good. I've been having some issues trying to keep my gain, like, not super crunchy. It might be my microphone. I don't know. But whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll finger it out as we go, I suppose. Yeah, and I guess later on, after we're done playing games, I'll show you around a little bit, show you all my different rooms and stuff. I think that'd be nice. Yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Yes, of course. Let's see. Let me pull this up here. One momento. Yeah. Onward. To game. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, here we are. I started a new game. Obviously, I played this game like a bajillion times. I'm a big old Pokemon fan. Started playing yellow version. Yeah, I was like 6. Give you a little hint of how old I am. I'm a little bit of a grandpa. But you know what? Whatever. I still know how to have fun. Yeah, I've been a long-time Pokemon fan. Most of my life, I've been playing Pokemon. Let me think. I think I've bought... Obviously, you know, when I was a kid, right, I couldn't just go to the store and buy Pokemon games when they came out, right? So, I'm gonna yap a little bit before we get started. Yeah. I think I've bought every mainline Pokemon game on release since Gen 4. Pretty sure. Yeah, Pokemon Diamond. I actually thought about playing the remakes. Was it Ilka that developed it? I thought about playing those for the first stream, but I was actually playing this recently. I started another new game, and I was like, just thinking today, what the hell am I gonna do for my first stream? And this one came to mind. I'm like, yeah, this would be fun. It's colorful, and despite what people might say about it, I obviously enjoy it. I have enjoyed it every time I played it. This is like my 15th playthrough. I'm kind of one of those people, right? Like whenever when I get a new Pokemon game, I play the hell out of it. Like I play it a lot until I get sick of it, which is kind of what happened with this one. But I still find myself coming back to it and playing it fairly frequently. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft too. Building an entire town in creative mode, because I don't really play Minecraft. I just like to build stuff, which is that's fine too, as long as you're having fun. That's the whole point of playing games, right? Why would you play a game if you're not gonna have fun with it? That's my argument, and I'm sticking to it. Don't care. Come at me. I'm just kidding. You can play however you want. Doesn't matter. Whatever. But yeah, I think the only mainline Pokemon games that I haven't bought on release were Gen 5. Yeah. And I think also like most of the remakes, I don't get on release. I think I got Brilliant Diamond on release, or I got it a couple days later. I don't remember. But yeah, Gen 5, I will let it be known in the first stream that I've ever done, not a fan of those games. I'm sure you will hear about it many, many times. I don't hate them. And to be honest, right, a lot of my favorite Pokemon are from Gen 5. They're from Unova, right? Like, a lot of my favorite Pokemon are from there. But there's also a lot of Pokemon that I really, really don't like. That are just awful. I don't like looking at them. Anytime they show up, I want to bear mace them with repels, with max repels. Keep them as far away from me as possible. Yuck. I don't like them. But there are a lot of my absolute all-time favorite Pokemon are from Gen 5. It's so weird, But I think I don't have that nostalgia veil that you kind of get sometimes with a lot of games, right? Oops. Español. Because I didn't buy them on release and I didn't play them on release, I don't really have that nostalgia for them. I have the nostalgia for the time whenever I did play them, which was, I think, like 2 or 3 years later. When the 3DS was out, I bought a 3DS to play the new Animal Crossing at the time, which was New Leaf, which is also a really great game. I thought about playing that again. I actually downloaded it again on my 3DS, but every time I get to the part after you set up your tent, like the next day, and the postman comes and he's like, "Oh, this is how you do mail." And I'm like, okay. And then I go to check my mailbox and then the game crashes. And I tried it like 3 times and it still does it, you know? So I kind of just was like, well, I guess because, you know, the eShop doesn't really exist on the 3DS anymore, I guess like support for it, the digital download, you know, it doesn't have support for it anymore. So I was thinking of maybe getting a physical copy of it, because I think that would be cool. Not super expensive depending on where you go to find it, right? But I was also kind of thinking, like, do I really want to, can I really justify spending $39.99 on a 10-year-old game that I might not play that much? You know what I mean? So, making grown-up decisions. All the time. I hate it. Yeah. You know, but anyway, it's already begun. Losing track of myself. Anyway, yeah. So I played played Pokemon Black. I think I bought it I think I bought it on eBay. Like, did I buy it on eBay? I don't remember. I got it years later, and I played it on my 3DS, and wasn't a huge fan. And I really think it kind of makes you wonder, you know, at least it makes me wonder, how much of like your enjoyment of a game or a game franchise like Pokeymaans, for example, is veiled in nostalgia. And I think part of it is that is the case, but I think also, you know, there are a lot of people, especially like me, who grew up with Pokemon, and it was, you know, a big deal, right? Like, we loved it. And I was one of those kids that, like, it was like everything, you know, from the time I was like 6 years old until, you know, early teens probably. I couldn't get enough of it. And even as a grown man of nebulous age, I still love it, but in a different way, you know. For me now, every time that they put out a new, like they announce a new gen of Pokemon, it takes me back to that place in my mind as a kid, you know, just being filled with wonder, like discovering a new animal species, right? And they release like the little teasers of the first new Pokemon from the new generation, and you start to salivate, and you're thinking like, oh man, oh, what is this gonna be, you know? And then, you know, they tease the region, and they show some of the characters, and it sets you on that hamster wheel, and it's really wonderful, you know, despite what some people might think about Pokemon. I mean, it is, I don't know if it is currently, but it was at one point in the recent past, like the highest grossing media franchise of all time, right? Which is nuts to me to think that, you know, these little guys that I watched on Kmart VHS tapes as a kid became the biggest thing in the world for a long time, right? But despite that, it has a place in my heart and in my mind that I don't, even as I've gotten older, I don't think will ever be supplanted. You know, it means a lot to me. And it means a lot to a lot of people. And that's one of the reasons why, this was not my point, but I think this is an important aside. That is the reason why I decided to start off my channel, the first Strame, as a Pokemon Strame. Because I love Pokeymaans. And I'll probably be playing it a lot on here, because I like it. Also, I apologize if you notice the volume is fluctuating. I'm kind of, as I'm sort of yapping, I'm kind of like looking at my levels on OBS just to see how things are, because that was one of the things I was having trouble with getting started in my test streams. I was like, what the hell is going on with my audio here? And obviously, I will admit, I'm an absolute rookie, absolute noob at doing this kind of thing, right? I mean, this is like all new world for Captain. So we're kind of figuring it out as we go. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see how things improve. I mean, I know this is the first stream, blah, blah, blah. But I'm looking forward to it. And I am going to continue to keep doing this because I'm already having fun. You know, I don't even know if anybody's here, but I'm already having a good time. And this is not just for the people that are watching, if there are anybody watching now, if there is anybody. Wow, grammar. What is that? For the people that find this in the future, you know, if I'm still around doing this and people stumble across a Captain Rollo first Strame, you know, just keep in mind. Oh, hi, Joe. I thought you were here. My chat is partially obscured by my Switch. I don't have a really great setup here, so let me move this so I can see you. How's my audio? Does it sound good? But yeah, what the hell was I talking about? Pokeymaaans? Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Doofus, I'm assuming that's Andy, right? Isn't that your screen name for some stuff? Great, thank you. Yeah, I'm checking my my OBS readouts, and they look okay. So I'm just gonna roll with it, and we'll see what happens. Also, welcome, guys. Isn't this weird? I'm actually doing this, and I'm a little guy on a screen. We're playing Pokeymaaans. I'm excited. I'm also probably gonna have to go to the little captain's room at some point, because I've been drinking lots of water because it's been hot as balls. Anyway, what I was talking about. Pokemon Gen 5. Not a huge fan, but I did play them, and I will say that I played the remakes. I think specifically White 2. I actually have it loaded up in my 3DS right now because I started a new game just to see if the spark was still there, and it was indeed still there. But I just find myself getting kind of bored with it, and I think maybe that's the case with a lot of older Pokemon games. I think we've been spoiled by the newer games with the EXP share and all of the little candies, and it's super easy to catch Pokemon now. There's a mechanic in this game actually where, and I think it might be the same since Gen 6, this might be the case, right? That the more Pokemon you have registered in your Pokedex, the easier it is to catch Pokemon. I mean, like, it's like a cakewalk for the most part. There's still some challenging aspects, you know, specifically for me, because I usually tend to stack my team with water types because they're my favorite, right? So some gym leaders can bop me pretty easy. We'll see. I don't know what my team's gonna look like in this one, but yeah, I am excited to play White 2 specifically, because I feel like the remakes or the sequels of the original Black and White are generally better. You know, a lot of stuff, you know, that they improved upon from the original games, right? Not weird at all. I'm proud as hell. If you and I love Pokemon, hell, I might go get my Switch to play. Yeah, you should. That'd be great. And if you want to like do some battling, I'd be down. I don't play competitively. I don't like competitive Pokemon. That's a whole other thing that I don't really want to get into on my first stream. But I don't have any like vitriol towards it. You know, I don't think it's gross. It's just not my preferred way of playing Pokemon. You know. But yeah, that would be awesome. Or we could do some. They have a thing in this game. I'll check it out if I remember once we get to the Pokemon Center. It's like the Poke Portal stuff where you can do like the Terra Raid dens and all that kind of stuff. That would be fun because I've actually never played. I don't actually think, other than when I was a kid playing with my cousins, I don't think I've ever really actually played Pokemon with somebody else. You know, kind of sad, I guess. But whatever. I mean, look at what I'm doing right now. Not surprising. Yeah, also, with talking about Gen 5 Pokemon, right? Or the old Pokemon games, I would love to at some point, might be getting ahead of myself a little bit here, but I would love to at some point attempt to do a totally legal randomized Nuzlocke on my channel. Like, I would love to do like a randomized like Heart Gold Nuzlocke. That would be awesome because I've never actually done a Nuzlocke at all before, and I feel like it would be really great if I were to experience that torture and and heartbreak live on the internet for all to see. And randomizing it, I guess depending on what legal software you use to play the game, like you can randomize pretty much everything, I think, but like randomizing the Pokedex and like Pokemon encounters on every route would be super cool, because then you just never know what you're gonna get. And randomizing items and stuff, I have a whole idea for what I would want to do, but obviously that's for way later. This is the first stream. We're just gonna chill, take it easy, play some Pokeymaaans. I played the card game competitively, was even ranked for like a second. Wow. But the competitive video game play was totally not my... Yeah, absolutely. Nuzlocke is the only way I can play Pokemon anymore. Yeah, I definitely feel... I feel that sometimes, actually, for sure. And awesome, Joe. That's really cool. But yeah, I definitely agree. I'm not into... All my friends, when I was like in my early 20s, were super into competitive Pokemon, and they were like, you should definitely try it. And like, okay, we played Pokemon Showdown, and I can't remember the team that I had, but I was like trying to get my friend Kyle to help me make Quagsire competitively viable. And he's like, you're not gonna get past UU with this, like there's no way. Like, well, I mean, if Quagsire can be a contender, if he can be a contender, I will be satisfied. And yeah, I've actually heard that sentiment about the Nuzlocke thing from a lot of people, that after you get to past a certain point with playing Pokemon, it's just kind of like, it's more or less the same thing, you know? Like, you can only run on a treadmill for so long, right? And Nuzlocks keep it exciting because it's like going to war in a way. You never know who you're gonna lose, and like, you know, it's you form these tentative bonds with the Pokemon, and you're like, I love you, but I can't I can't get close to you because if I lose you, it's going to hurt so bad. Yeah, I definitely see that though, for sure. I haven't really got to that point myself, fortunately, but I would still like to try it because I still think it would be fun. You know. The thrill. The thrill of death. Absolute soldiers. Sending them out. Anywho. I believe it's time. Also, whenever we get in, if you guys would kindly let me know how the game audio is, if you need me to turn it up or turn it down. This is the part that was really sticking in my butt yesterday specifically when I was doing my test stream. I can never find the perfect balance, so just let me know if it's not good. Alright, we will begin in Inglés. Oh, don't get me wrong. When I say ranked, I mean I played in one tournament, won most of my games, and the next day a new expansion released, and rendered my deck absolutely useless. That was enough. I can get behind that. Yeah. I think that's kind of the thing about a lot of like the competitive TCG stuff too, like with Magic. There's so many new, and especially Pokemon. Like, there's new Pokemon sets coming out all the time. Even still. Like, sometimes in my newsfeed, I'll see new Pokemon TCG stuff popping up from, like, you know, like Sword and Shield or something, or like from the anime or whatever. I don't know if that's right, but I don't really pay attention to the TCG. But I know it's got, like, a huge following. A lot of people like it. But that's kind of one of those things, right? That was one of the things that kind of got me out of like Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, right? I was really into it, but I just like building my deck and having fun, and everybody, you know, was getting into like the pendulums and all that kind of stuff, and that wasn't for me. I don't like math. And that was introducing too much math, so I stopped playing it. I've thought about getting back into it, you know, over the years, but I don't really have time or money to buy all those cards, you know. Anyway, we're gonna play Pokeymaaans now. We're gonna play in Inglés. Sí. We're gonna go for we'll just go for this guy. And we're gonna go Rollo. 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 Sí. El Capitán. We're gonna change my face too, because I don't look like that. I'm gonna end up basically making the same guy that's in my other save file. We gotta give him the sleepy eyes. I might be too sleepy. Also, for anybody watching this in the future, you will know that if you give me character creation in a game, that will be the game. I'm one of those people. So obviously options are limited in this one, so I'm not going to take too long doing it, right? But I mean, I'm a Pokemon kid, right? Like, whatever. You know what they look like. Yeah, that's fine. Grain. Yeah. I look so chill. Eyelash color. What does black look like? Well, we'll go with black. Black looks good. Eyebrows. I can't change my hair. Oh, can I change my hair from here? I don't think so. I think this is just my face. I don't remember. What brows would I like to have? Concerned brows? I'm hesitant to set out on my Pokemon journey. I am but a child. I am afraid I might get hurt, but I have a complacent smile. After all, I'm cool with it. Yeah, I think these are good. Yeah. Friendly eyebrows. Nah, we're gonna go with the dark brown. I also think this mouth is okay. Like, whatever. Yep. Tiny smile. Cat smile. I don't know. Whatever. We'll just go with the first one. I don't care. Lipstick. Coral. Oh, this is just the lip. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. I'm not gonna be doing anything freaky. I usually don't make like horrendous monster characters in games. But you know, we'll see how things go. I'm sure at some point in the future, whenever I'm like sleep deprived, we'll make some monstrosities. Want some freckles? Nah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, I can change my hair. Oh, whoops. But I think I'm gonna stick with this one, because... Hello. Nah, we're gonna stick with this one. It's good. No, I actually want to check the color. I don't think there's any darker browns. Also, within the next like 20 minutes, I might have to go AFK for just a second. Gotta do some kitty wrangling. Some meow meows. Okay. Well, you know what? I think we're ready. We're going in. We're going to school, yay! Oh, I have to press the A button. Enrollment complete. Yeah, we know how that works. Naranja Academy. I don't think I can skip this. I'm not gonna skip it. You know, like if there's somebody watching this in the future that hasn't watched or played Pokemon Scarlet before, I'll keep it in there. Taking lessons from tradition, growing stronger and greater. It's time for you, too, to dive into the world of Pokemon. Nemoner! I like Nemona. She's cool, and she's fun. You know, honestly, Director Clavel, head of Naranja Academy. Is it Naranja or Naranja? I don't know. I like a lot of the characters in this game, and I like the whole, you know, I'm kind of a sucker for like the whole friendship, power of friendship kind of thing. And that's definitely in the main storyline of this game, that's definitely like a thing. And I actually really enjoy it. I like all the characters. I like Arvin, I like Penny, I like Nemona. I even like Director Clavel. And all the teachers are pretty cool. I like their designs a lot. This is a cool game, you know? I mean, like, graphically, whatever about that, I don't care. I mean, I'm having fun. Have you played it? Arceus Legends is pretty... I have played that. I actually thought about playing that on stream, too, and I might at some point. But what I really want to do is play ZA when that comes out. If I ever get a Switch 2, I will definitely play that. But yeah, I have played that game. It's pretty good. I think the only reason I stopped playing it is because finishing the Pokédex is hard. And apparently the battle with Arceus it's just hard to get Arceus to appear. And also the final battle against What's his name? Hang on, I'm gonna look that up really fast. The Cynthia guy. Oh, my AC shut off finally. He's like Cynthia's ancestor. Wow, I can't believe I don't remember his name. I usually have like a lightning fast Pokemon info recall ability. Like it's like most of my brain matter is in the shape of Pokemon. Hang on. I'm on Bulbapedia. Also, how's the game audio? Does it sound okay? Do I need to turn it up? I mean, I know we're just sitting here staring at Director Clavel, but characters. This is super not important. I want to know what this character's name is. Volo. Oh wow. That's really similar to my name. Yeah, Volo. His gym leader battle is legit, like, pretty hard. And that's also one of the things about the Diamond Pearl remakes, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, is that the... Sounds great through my phone. Cool. Awesome. I won't touch it then. We'll see once we get out onto the field and begin our treasure hunt. Because then there'll be a lot of stuff happening, but good. I'm glad it sounds good now. Yeah, that's one of the things about the remakes, the Diamond Pearl remakes, is that the like gym leader battles and stuff are actually like really hard. I actually struggle quite a bit, and I am an adult man of nebulous age, and I struggle sometimes with those, especially against Cynthia at the end. Oh my gosh, she's got like EV trained Pokemon and everything. Man, as if she couldn't get any cooler. Paldea is a sprawling region, bursting with lush nature and magnificent landscapes. It is also, of course, home to the mysterious creatures known to us as Pokemon. They reside here in great numbers, in fact. He's got tiny hands. Palmy! Look at that little guy. He's cute. He also, in my opinion, kind of has a useless middle stage evolution. Pokemon can be found living all over, in the seas, in the skies, even in our cities and towns. We humans coexist with Pokemon, as we both help one another to live and thrive. Naranja Academy is here to help you learn even more about these precious partners. Within our halls, people from all regions gather to study together. And as Pokemon trainers, they have their Pokemon do battle growing alongside them. Muck. While a robust curriculum of coursework helps our students draw forth their fullest potential. It is within these halls that you will find your friends, your Pokemon, and your true self. Whoa. We hate the Was it Freudian slip? I didn't even read it. That was almost I almost did a naughty. Yay, Koraidon! Pokemon Scarlet. These colors look really good on my monitor. I'm used to playing on my crappy one, but they look pretty good. I saw also some screenshots and some gameplay from the Switch 2 ports of this game, and the frame rates are pretty wild. I think graphically it more or less is the same, but it's a lot smoother. Like even here you can kind of tell. I don't know if you can tell on the capture, but it's a little choppy. Like it's kind of shaky, and like sometimes, oh man, when you zoom in on Koraidon's face, it's a little GameCube-y. Not gonna lie, I like these guys too. They're not great, but I like them. I like the blue ones. And this house, oh my god, dude. If I could live in this house, in this place, in this specific plot of land, oh, Mama. Mamma mia. As time goes on, I'm sure that you guys will understand my aesthetic for literally everything. Okay, I gotta get up. It is time. I think one of the, also speaking of aesthetic, I think one of the main reasons why I decided to play Scarlet instead of Violet was not because of the Pokemon, it was because of the colors. I think mostly it was because of the colors. Even though blue is my favorite color. It used to be green, but it's definitely blue. Most of my clothes are blue, I'm finding. I like a lot of blue stuff. I like a lot of blue Pokemon. I'll probably have a pretty blue-coded team in this game, I'm sure. But I really love the terracotta and the orange. And like I love the color scheme in this house. This house is just great. That might be the thing that whenever I first played this game, it immediately endeared me to this game, was this opening scene where you're like sitting in your room with the window open and your orange dreamsicle colored bed. And this little Hoppip, look at that guy. And an OLED Switch, which I don't have in real life. I kind of missed the train on that one. A little Squavit. Yeah, this is just great. Like I could just hang out in here. I don't have to go on a journey. I don't have to go to school. I have to go to school. I can just hang out here. But I'm gonna go downstairs on my very shiny floor. I definitely also am kind of one of those people too, like whenever I play a new Pokemon game for the first time, usually for the first time, I am immediately scouring my house and the first town for little Easter eggs or clues as to where the next gen's gonna be. And I definitely thought that this painting was something. Even though it's just windmills, and I actually really like it and would like to have it in my home, I definitely was like, oh, this is a clue. But I think these are also the windmills that are up on the hill in one of the routes in this game. So, you know, take it as you will. I also have a squirrel living in my house. I used to have squirrels living in my house in real life. They lived in the space above the attic room where I'm at, and sometimes I'd be up here chilling and I could hear them rustling around and it was real annoying. Okay, let's go see Mama. Look at these, oh my god, look at these couches and these pillows. Look at these pillows and the Mimic doll on the shelf and these walls. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm gushing, of course. And this painting, I love everything about this house. This is probably my favorite house in this game. It's probably my favorite location in this game, to be honest. It is so nice. Anyway, I'm gonna stop walking around the living room like a weirdo and talk to my mother. Good morning, Rollo. Good morning, Mother. Oh, already in your uniform and everything. Well, it is your first day at your new school, after all. I'm so excited for you. I am also excited, Mother. Still, you might want to cool your engines before you go racing out the door. My engines are thoroughly cool, I can assure you. I am not excited to go to school. The school contacted me and said that you're supposed to wait here a little while longer. Oh, their words, not mine. Darn. Apparently there's something very important for your first day that still hasn't arrived. What could it be, ding dong? Maybe that's the very thing we're waiting for. Rollo, go get the door, would you? Okay. Ooh. Caliente. Muy caliente. I'm just gonna check the fridge really fast. It's the new fridge you bought when you moved. There are sandwich ingredients in it. And fresh fruit and coffee. I don't need... No, Mom. I don't need to go to school. I need to stay here. We're having it's a change of plans. Mancha. Mancha, mancha. Do forgive the intrusion. His hair looks like a duck. You are Master Rollo, yes? On behalf of the Academy, I must apologize for the late arrival of your enrollment documents. I'm like 10. I don't care about that. And also for my delay in introducing myself. I'm not gonna read all the dialogue all the time. I'm gonna get bored eventually. I can assure you. So, yeah, I'll probably just stop once I get bored of it. It's kind of how things are gonna go around here, you know. I am the director of Naranja Academy. You may call me Mr. Clavel. The director? And you came in person to help my son with his first day? Well, I am responsible for the entire academy, including any failures on its part. So here at last are the enrollment documents that should have already been delivered to you. Goodness, you really needn't have. Man, the amount of fan art I've seen of my mother. Oh boy. And not just, okay, not just, you know, what you're thinking of. I've seen just, she's a really popular character. She's got a really nice design. I like it. Since you've come all this way, can I at least offer you a cup of tea? No need to trouble yourself. Well, I've got a thing or two to discuss with the director here. Why don't you head back up to your room and finish getting ready for school? You'll need your bag and your hat as well. Yes, I'm definitely going to wear my hat. Now, Mr. Clavel, you simply must join me for a cuppa this way. See, that little bit of dialogue makes me think that we might have moved here from Galar. Man, my AC just turned off like 10 minutes ago, and it's already getting a little armpity in here. It's, whew, it does not stay cool up here for very long. Okay, grab my stuff. That's sparkling. Ready to put on your hat and grab your bag? Yeah. Yeah. Pokeymans. Pokemon school. Okay. I mean, we probably already know that kind of stuff. I am also going to... I don't know if I can just yet. Hang on. Oh, I don't have my phone yet. I was going to like immediately take my hat off because I don't really like this hat. I have some ideas for some hats that I'm going to wear later on. And it's not this one. I'm not required to go to school yet. Oh yeah. Whoops. Okay. Oh, just look at you, all ready for your big first day. Yes, the uniform of our storied academy suits you quite well indeed. Oh. Oh gracious, how very careless of me. I had entirely forgotten that I have something else for you, Master Rollo. The most important thing. But your living room is hardly the place for it. Would you care to follow me outside? Pokemans. They're mine. I wonder what this important thing might be. Let's follow the director out and see, shall we? Yo, I am so sweaty right now. I'm sorry. If you hear any flapping, it's me trying to take off. Yeah. Ah, man, look at that. You got the chili peppers hanging up and the palm trees. Oh, very, like, Iberian Peninsula kind of vibes with the houses and stuff. Like, there's a lot of houses, and you'll probably see it. I don't know, I haven't really actually, like, really looked at the architecture in this game, but obviously the Paldea region is inspired by the Iberian Peninsula in Europe, you know, Portugal, Spain, all that whole part of part of Western Europe. And that's also one of my favorite places in the world. So that could also be one of the reasons why I really like this game, you know? I need to just keep pressing buttons. But yeah, yay! There they are. I will give you one guess as to which of these mans I'm gonna pick. Probably won't be too hard, but I have one in mind, a very specific one. But yeah, I really like the aesthetic of this game a lot. Even though, you know, in some spots it's a little like, I mean, if you've played this game, you know what I'm talking about, right? We don't have to gripe about it too much. It's fine. We're having fun. But yeah, I really like the design of a lot of the houses and stuff in this game. Like a lot of the buildings, a lot of the architecture is really interesting and, you know, fun and colorful. I love the colors in this game. I'm probably going to talk about that a lot, you know, as an artist. That's kind of one of the things that I pay attention to a lot whenever I play games or watch shows or movies or anything like that, you know. Okay, Sprigatito, the grass cat Pokemon. Hello, man. I actually picked him in my first playthrough. He's pretty good. Like, they're all actually pretty good. Fuecoco, the Firecroc Pokemon. Look at that little cutie. And Quaxley, the duckling Pokemon. Pump. Yes, they're all very good company. Why, they usually refuse to even leave my side. But today they will. What's this? So it turns out they're more interested in you, Master Rollo, than familiar old me. I do wish I could stay and see which one you'll choose, but I must be off to my next home visit. I'll be at the house just over there. Damn. Take your time with your decision, then come find me once your mind is made up. Now if you'll excuse me, until next we meet. He's going to Nermoner's house. What a mannerly fellow that director of yours is. These three are all lovely, but you need to choose just one, right? Not an easy task. We'll see about that. Why not take this opportunity to walk about with these little ones and get to know them? I would love to. I'm sure they have lots to teach you. Oh, but before you go, I got a little something to celebrate your big day. Take it with you if you're going out on your own. Rotom phone. I got a phone and a Pokemon at the same time as a present. My mom's cool. Though small of a smartphone, Pokemon called Rotom lives within it, and it can be used to run all sorts of handy apps. It's a brand new phone. According to the instructions, you can check the map app by pressing the Y button. I know. It'll keep you from getting lost, so take good care of your new gadget. Okay, now off you go. Have fun. Oh, I will. Alright, buddies. Let's hit the road. Head to the house down the way. Wingull! Oh. Wingull. Oh, yeah. I got a little something to say about Wingull. But maybe we'll save that for later. Because that's kind of a whole thing. Ma'am? Oh, I'm running. Yay! Oh, thank God. I hate slow walking. Can I go get this item now? I really want to get it. I'm really bad about that in this game. Anytime I see a glowing thing, I just immediately run towards it and pick it up. I don't even know what it is. I usually have like 150 of everything in my inventory because I just like to pick up shiny stuff. Oh, here we are. Those little guys are so cute. Get off my screen. Get out of here. There's a bug on my screen. Ah, dude, I want to do that right now. Oh man, it's getting kind of gross in my room. A little stuffy. I might have to bump that AC back on. That looks disgusting. Could you imagine eating a burnt orange like that? Are you these three's trainer? Oh my god, are you these three's trainer? I'm tired. Not quite. Master Rollo has yet to make his choice, you see. Yay, I love Nimona. She's super cool. She's kind of one of those characters, like, anytime she shows up, it's, like, really fun, you know? Because, I mean, like, she's your rival, and a lot of the times in Pokemon games, your rivals can be, like, a little obnoxious. Like, let's see. Barry's fine. Hugh is okay from Gen 5. You fight him way too much. Like, too many rival battles in that game. Specifically in Black and White 2. Your little, like, friend group from Gen 6, I don't really even remember their names. I remember Shauna and what's the Serena? The main rival. They're just a little flat. Not a huge fan. I really liked Hao from Gen 7, from Sun and Moon. Hao was a lot of fun. I mean, he's just like a nice guy, you know? I mean, I think I don't want to get into a diatribe about Sun and Moon in the Gen 7 games. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I love those games. I'm actually currently playing Ultra Sun right now. I like that game a lot. Let's see. Oh man. And that brings us to lucky number 8, Hop. I don't have much to say about Hop. Let's leave it at that. He's fine. He's definitely around a little too much. I must say I wasn't expecting to see her quite so soon. Hang on, Director, is this who I think it is? Yes, this is our Academy's newest student, Master Rollo. He will be attending as of today. So you're that new kid who moved in up the road. I've been dying to find out more about you. I'm Nimona. Only I live in the school dorms, but home is here. What do you say, new neighbor? Want to be friends? Yeah, you're cool. Love that enthusiasm. We're gonna get along just fine. Miss Nimona is president of our student council and a champion-ranked trainer in her own right. I absolutely love Pokemon battling. Yeah, she does. In fact, we should battle right now, you and me. I don't even have a Pokemon yet. Easy now. You two will be in the same class, so you'll have plenty of time to battle later. And get to know one another better, of course. We're gonna be neighbors and classmates? Nice. We'll be able to battle all we want. On that note, Master Rollo, have you decided which of these Pokemon you would like to be your first partner? I have. I decided that like last week. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's Quaxly, a water-type Pokemon. It may seem quiet, but its mighty streams of water can put out any fire. You'll see. Would you like to go with our good water-type Pokemon Quaxly here? Yes. And with that, I'm going to go AFK for just a momento. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. And also, I had a thought. Do. I don't remember if I even had the game showing the whole time. So if you're watching this in the future, enjoy me yapping for an hour straight, pretty much. But we're in the game now, and you can see it. Quaxley will not... Should I name Quaxley? What should I name him? First stream, everybody. Doing great. Going strong already. I am your captain after all. I know how to do things around here, of course. Okay. Wait a minute. My Quaxley's a girl this time? Oh. Okay. Well... She's just gonna be... bleh. I don't think I've ever had a girl Quaxley before. Pretty cool. Yeah. Quaxley seems to have taken quite a liking to you, Master Rollo. This is your first Pokemon, yes? Please raise it and with love and care. And I will feed it lots of sandwiches. And of course, be sure to keep it tucked safely inside a Pokeball. Yeah, sure. Rollo, I can't believe you actually chose Quaxley. I mean, like, way to make the perfect choice for you. You two make such a good combo, right? Our color schemes, I mean, our designs are very complementary, I will say. Blue will make an excellent addition to the crew. Can I choose one of these Pokemon too, Director Clavel? Oh, but did you not receive a Pokemon when you entered the Academy, Miss Nimona? Not back then, no. I had other Pokemon I was focused on raising at the time. But now I want to raise a new Pokemon alongside Rollo while he raises his own new partner. Indeed, a rather splendid idea. If you wish to raise one of these Pokemon on equal footing with Master Rollo here, I shall be more than happy to allow it. Yay! I like Fuecoco too. I really like his second evolution. I can never remember the name of it. Crocolore, right? His little sombrero hat. Very cute. Love it. I like that stain. I really like Nimona's house too. Oh man. Her family must be loaded. I hope you join her for a battle. I hope you, yeah. Okay, gonna run around the beach. I also turned the air back on because it was getting pretty gross up here. I also wonder, because when I checked the thermostat on the AC unit, it was at like 67, but it definitely didn't feel like it. And I also, yeah, I also wonder if some of that's from my PC too, because I did upgrade my PC recently. So I could stream. I got like a graphics card in it, and a new motherboard, and it runs pretty hot now. But it's really nice because, let me tell you something. Okay, let's take a pause for a second here. So, like an absolute baby, the GPU and all that stuff that I didn't have a discrete graphics card or anything like that before. I just had the Ryzen 5 processor and my motherboard. And when I streamed for the very first little inside information, this is actually technically not the first stream that I've ever done. I did a stream like about a month ago, right? And I didn't tell anybody about it because I knew it was going to be not good. Okay. And whenever I ran the stream, first of all, the stream itself on YouTube was super laggy, and I didn't really think at the time to like check my stats or anything, which are displayed very nicely and very cleanly on OBS right here. I can see the stream is currently using 1.5% of my GPU, which is pretty cool, right? Before, with my previous setup, I was using like, I think at max it was at like 86%. And let me tell you something, okay? I don't really know a whole lot about that kind of stuff in regards to streaming and all that. I'm still pretty new at it, but I do know, right? My captain's intuition is telling me that your CPU loading out at 86% to do anything, it's not good. So I was like, yeah, I can't, there's no way that I can get away with even attempting to do that. Right? So I had to like drop a bunch of money. No, I guess not like a bunch of money, but a substantial chunk of money to upgrade my PC. And I did, and it runs really, really nice now. And it runs well enough for me to do what I want to do for the time being, which is awesome, you know? And that was definitely kind of like a kick in the pants to be like, oh, okay, so you're definitely going to do this now, right? You're definitely going to stream now. You're definitely going to get on with it. Because I had been planning to do this since, I think, March was whenever I first decided that I wanted to do this, you know? Did a lot of preparation up until now, so yeah, I'm definitely happy that I'm able to do it finally. It's been a long time coming. And eventually, don't know if I should necessarily say this in the first stream. I'll reiterate many times, I'm sure, because it's currently a work in progress. But I will not be a little PNG man forever. I will have a full 2D model, designed and rigged by yours truly. So it's gonna take a bit. In fact, I haven't even purchased the program to rig it yet, but I am currently in the process of designing it. And whenever I do, and I will say this later on down the road, whenever, you know, we get some more people on board and, you know, more people are watching and having fun, right? I will do an official Captain Rollo VTuber reveal whenever my model is finished. I don't know when that's going to be, though. I'm still in the preliminary design stage, you know, kind of figuring out color schemes, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But as I've said, you know, once we get closer to the actual date, I'll make it more official. It's, you know, this is the first stream. Again, you know, things are going to change. My setup's probably going to change. Lots of stuff's going to change until then. But, yeah, have that to look forward to at some point. And it'll be funny to look back on this in the future, you know, and look at how far we've come. But anyway, we're going to battle Nimona. Perfecto. Miss Nimona. Man, I love the colors in this game. I just, you know, I'm gonna say it a lot. I like the colors. The graphics, they're passable, but also if I ever end up getting a Switch 2, I don't know if I'd be able to transfer my save data. I don't know how any of that works. I haven't even looked into it. All I know is that the Switch 2 looks pretty good. There's not that many games, and you can turn the controller into a mouse. That's pretty much all I know. I've kept myself in the dark, you know. I try to do that with a lot of stuff because there are a lot of people out there that like to say lots of stuff preemptively without, you know, surprisingly enough, without having the appropriate amount of information to make proper judgments about things. And I don't really like to listen to what they have to say. I like to make my own opinions about things. And so far, Switch 2 looks pretty cool, but I'd have to play it for myself to see. Oh. I already won. I won with one water gun. I was blabbering and I didn't even pay attention. Look at you winning your first battle ever. You've got even more potential than I thought. Definitely haven't been doing this for almost 30 years. Master Rollo and his Quaxley are surely weary already from that last bet. Actually, honestly, I'm doing alright. Yeah, let's battle again soon. I'm already getting bored of reading the dialogue. I'll keep it on screen if you want to read it for yourself. I won't skip through it too much. I'll probably hop back in and out. Pokédex app is added to your Rotom phone. And now I can use Pokemon Home and stack my team. But I'm not doing that. We're gonna play normal. Okay? Unless I get a, you know, a wild idea and I want to do just that. But I think I'm just gonna... We're just gonna sit back and chill. This is just gonna be a fun time. Help us settle into things, you know. Can I depend on you to see Master Rollo to the academy? You'd be doing me quite the favor. Of course, leave it to me. Then I leave him in your capable hands. Poor Sprigatito. Somewhere in another life, I chose you as my first starter. And you got to like level 89 and was really strong. So I don't really feel that. Whoa, frame rates. Okay. Open Pokedex, and we're off. I'm going to immediately take off this hat because I don't like it. Oh, my kitties are up here. Also, that's what I was doing when I went on break for a minute. I went to wrangle my kitties. Okay, so if you've never played this game before, it's a lot like starting in Gen 6, they introduced character customization, which I was absolutely thrilled about. I thought it was super cool that they did that. And also, at the time, I was kind of like, why is this a new thing? You know? They should have done this a long time ago. But yeah, if you've never played this game before, there's a pretty decent amount of customization. The only qualm that I have with it, okay, and constructive criticism, not a complaint. I think it would be more fun if you could like mix and match, even if they didn't want to put in, because I know like obviously the thing about Pokemon games, they have a very narrow window of time that they can work on these games and polish them and release them. You know, Japanese bureaucracy and all that. It's pretty. If you know about it, even if that was the case and they couldn't put a lot of different outfits, I think it would be kind of fun if you could at least like mix and match your school uniforms, you know? But I also get that the main demographic of these games is not adult men of nebulous age, but it's it's generally, you know, younger people, like kids playing these games. Now with you know, competitive Pokemon becoming a little bit more prominent in the mainstream. I say becoming, it has been very prominent for a long time in the meta, you know. They definitely are mindful of their older demographic, but it's mostly for kids. And I get, you know, for a kids game, you don't want to program like thousands of different outfits and stuff in. But I'm hopeful in the future that they make it a little bit more. Man, my chair is really squeaky. You like that? I hope that they make it just a little bit more fun. But anyway, I don't really know what outfit I'm gonna pick for this one. I kind of want to just cheese it and get all the DLC stuff because I actually like the Blueberry Academy clothes a little bit better. You know, blue. I like blue. But I think maybe we'll stick with... You know what? We'll stick with the summer uniform for now until I change my mind, which I will most certainly do. Anyway, I'm gonna take my hat off. Let those follicles breathe. Okay. Keep that backpack. Pack. Oh, man, I've been playing my PS5 a lot lately too. And going back to the Switch Pro controller. Oh, I get all kinds of messed up. Because the go and stop buttons are vice versa. Crew socks. I don't wear socks in real life, so I'm going to take my socks off. Yeah, and I'll get some flippy floppies. Some thongs for those of you that know them by that name. I mean, not like you don't know what flip-flops are too, but... Yeah. Oh, much better. Yeah. Yeah, I'm honestly like kind of surprised I actually got a female Quaxley. I mean, I know like it's definitely possible to get female starter Pokemon. Obviously, I've been playing Pokemon for a long time. But I've always wanted a female Quaxley just because, you know, for obvious reasons. Quackleval is the final evolution of this Pokemon is heavily inspired by carnival dancers, which are not entirely, but most famously women. So I always wanted to have a female Quackleval just because I like that kind of, the image of that is cool. Because Quackleval is all about dancing. Okay, I'm gonna explore the beach a little bit more. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go with this. if my if my little inkling from earlier was correct, my negligence is proven true, and the first hour of this stream was just me talking and you imagining what I was doing, then I will bow my head in shame and retreat and try again maybe tomorrow. I'm just kidding. It's fine. I don't care. We're here to have fun, right? I am. I don't know about you guys, but I'm here to have a fun time. And I hope you are too, because that's kind of the whole point of this. If you're not having fun, go somewhere else where you are. Respectfully, of course. Okay, I'm actually also going to, just really fast, just for me, old Cap's gonna check his settings. I do not like slow text. I am a little bit of an ADHD boy. Undiagnosed, of course, so, you know, take that as you will, but I don't like slow text. Slow text is maddening. Especially because I played this game so many times, I have a tendency to mash the A button when people are talking, which I'm going to try and not do too much in this. I'm pretty sure I've done it a lot already, but I'm going to try real hard to not do that. Excuse me. I'm going to keep all my volume levels and stuff where they are, you know, just for now. And I will probably review some of the streams. Oh, you could see the game the whole time. Great. Oh, okay. I was, when I went away for a second, I was just doing my thing, and then it just popped into my head like, oh, was I in my captain's quarters screen the whole time? Oh my god. But I'm glad that I wasn't, so thank you for telling me that, Joe. Because I probably would have, honestly, I would have sat on that for a while and been like, oh no. Oh, I need a new chair. This one is not very comfy. And it's squeaky. This is actually a joint stream. We have two people here. Two streamers. One is man and one is chair. Who will win? It's like oh, sorry, hang on. I'll get back to the game in a second. I don't remember where I heard this from, but it's like I guess it's like a meme or something. And you know the whole I have two wolves in my head and they're both fighting or whatever. You know, if you know that, then I'm not gonna explain it. But like, there was a meme one time that I don't remember where I heard it from. I didn't make this up, but it was like there are two wolves in my head and both of them are gay. And I thought that was really funny. It's super stupid, but also I apologize for the coughing. I have like crap in my throat, and go figure, as soon as I start streaming, all of the stuff in my lungs comes bubbling to the surface. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, I think all these are good. I think the thing I wanted to do was, there's a camera, yeah, camera distance close. I'm gonna go to normal. I actually just discovered this recently, and it made my Pokemon experience much more comfortable. So we're gonna do that. Yes, save. Because now the default camera, because in this game, you have to click the right stick to adjust the camera. And in this one, the default is this. You know, because you have like far away, super close, regular close. Yeah. So it just automatically goes to regular close. Normal, I guess. That's what it would be. Okay. Look at this lovely estate. I think you can actually... Can you go in here? You can. This is one of the few houses in the game that you can go in. Oh. Yeah, I guess he did say he was going to be here. They have a Chansey. Hey, what's going on? I wish you could pet Pokemon. That would make me very happy. Also, I want this painting in real life. You just got an echo in your audio. I have an echo? Oh man. Okay. Let me figure out why that would be. This is also kind of a problem that I had too before. And I looked some stuff up and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. Is it really bad? Is it super noticeable? Because if it's not, I'm just gonna go with it and I'll figure it out before the next stream. Let me... Uno momento. Por favor. I'm going to... I've been listening to a lot of Latin music lately too, so I'm kind of on a... Espanol. Whoops! Didn't mean to click. I'm back. Yeah, I wonder why my audio is echoing. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I'm honestly not super worried about it unless it's like distracting. If it's annoying and distracting, I will I'll look into it. Right, meow. But if not, I'm just gonna roll with it. Cause you know what? I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway here. It's the first stream, and I'm also the captain, so I'm allowed to make mistakes. It's noticeable, but not super distracting. Okay. I'm going to... Let's see, what do I want to do? Well, seeing as though I don't know... I don't know how to fix it. I might just... Oh, it's gone. Yes, okay. Yeah, I don't know why... Yeah, because when I was doing my test streams, that was the one thing that I was having a really hard time figuring out. And from what I looked at, it was... The only things I could find is that I have two of the same audio source like duplicated in OBS, and I could not find out what that was. So, if it's gone, then you know what? As your captain, I'm gonna say whatever. It's fine. But thank you for pointing that out to me. I appreciate that. Because I would have been blissfully unaware. Okay, I'm just wandering around Nemona's house. Also wearing shoes. I hope they don't care. Where does dust come from? I find it just as baffling as the things that Pokemon do. Well... If you have the internet, you can learn. Oh dear, a visitor. My apologies. Both the master and mistress of the house are away at present. Present. Yo. Guys. I'm a little tired. Not gonna lie. I've also not really been sleeping very well lately. I think it's because where I am at, in my nondescript geographical location, we are trapped in what is referred to as a heat dome. Not fun. Didn't know that was a thing. I don't know about weather. As a man of science, I was kind of surprised to learn that that was a what do they call that? Astronomical phenomenon. I probably sound like an idiot. When he blinked out a second ago, it was gone when he came back. So yay, yay, agreed. Where am I? Oh, okay. Yeah, it might have something to do with some of my scene transition stuff. Because if you notice, I'm going to hop away from this screen for a second, and we're going to go back to my quarters, if you will. You'll notice this wave. And I'm going to wave back. Okay. I'm going to wave back to the game. And sometimes I've noticed some weird stuff happens when I do that. I don't know. Hopefully the echo's not back again. And if it is, hopefully it goes away again. You hear that Mona here will be taking you to school. That's right, ma'am. Leave it to me. Yay, going to school. Man, if I got to go to a Pokemon school, that was like a dream as a kid. That's also why I thought it was kind of cool that they went with like the school thing with this. Because I always wanted to do that. I wanted to go to Pokemon school and be a Pokemon trainer. You kidding me? But no, I had to go to regular school that I hated. I always hated it. School sucks. Please, though, if you're watching this in the future, or currently, if there's anybody else here watching, and you are in school, do not stop going to school. Do not stop doing that. Because I did graduate from school. And I had a very tenuous experience at my local community college. Didn't know what I wanted to do. Stopped going. And I have somewhat regretted it ever since. But also, kind of not. You know, that's sort of one of those things about life, right? That, you know, you look back on things, and what is happening? Okay. Follow Nemona. You look back on things, and you think, like, nope, echo free. Yay, thank you. You look back on things and you think about like, man, I wish I would have done that differently, or man, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have met this person, I wish I would have hung out with these people more, or like had these experiences. But then you also kind of have to think too, like, what would your life have been like if you had done those things? And also, you wouldn't have experienced the things that you have already if you had experienced those other things, right? I probably could have said that a little bit more eloquently. But, excuse me. It's true though, right? I mean, and I think that's something that you recognize as you get older, right? Is that like, it's almost kind of not worth it to, she's gonna teach me how to catch Pokemon. I already know how to do that. It's Lechonk. I'm gonna catch this pig. I like this guy. That's one of those things you learn as you get older, right? That sometimes it's not really... I shouldn't say it's not worth thinking about. I think it is worth... I think anything is worth thinking about, but it's not really worth dwelling on. You know, because, at least for me personally, like, you are where you are, and you may or may not be there for a reason, right? But all of the things that you've experienced in life have led you to where you are. And for me, it's kind of scary to think, as we look at this dirty little piggy, it's kind of scary to think, like, of being anybody else or being someone else, or having experienced other things. You know, And when I look back on my life specifically, and I think about the things that I could have done, there are some things that I truly do, getting a little heavy here, that I do truly regret. You know, that I wish I would have had certain experiences or befriended certain people earlier, gotten to know people better before they, you know, went off and did their own thing or whatever. But like, I think it would be kind of scary to, you know, become a completely different person. Like if I would have done those things, the things that I, you know, look back on and it was like, man, shoulda, woulda, coulda, if I had, I don't know if I would be like even relatively okay with the person that I am now, right? It could have turned out to be like a total, you know, soul, and like, you know, gotten into drugs or something. I'm not gonna keep this pig. I've actually, you know, honestly, I kind of want to use the pig. I want to use Lechonk, but I never have before. I kind of get the feeling that he might not be very good, but he might be. I don't know. I remember in my first playthrough, there was a trainer by the place where the windmills are, and they absolutely bopped my booty with Lechonk's evolution. I can't remember the name right now. Wandering Pokeymaans. I'm trying to think if there's anybody here I want to catch. I think maybe... oh my gosh, excuse me. I think maybe as we continue to play more, I might work on filling out the Pokedex at some point. I'm not really that kind of player. I don't really like to play Pokemon like that. I'm also going to catch Hoppip. Yes. Hoppip is a little cutie man. I don't know if I'm going to use him. When I was younger, years ago, Jumpluff was one of my favorite Pokemon. And even as a kid, I really liked him. I liked Skiploom, I liked Jumpluff. Just, I love the vibe. I love Hoppip's vibe. This Pokemon is blown across vast distances by the wind. It is unclear where the Hoppip of Paldea originally came from. Nice. Yeah. We'll name Hoppip. We're gonna call him... Panky. Panky's been added to your party. Okay. I don't remember if I finished my thought from before, but all I'm saying is, basically, you know, take into account all of the experiences that you have had, and for better or for worse, I think it's important to cherish those things because they make you who you are right now. And if that person is somebody that you are happy with, then those things are more valuable than anything. And if you're not, then you have solid ground to change those things because you have a framework to start from. So if there's anybody now or anybody in the future who's watching this stream and you hear your good old captain's words, just keep that in mind, you know? I think that kind of stuff's important. Okay, so one of my favorite little gimmicks in Pokemon is Vivian. That's what this little guy, what he evolves into. I love that one of my absolute favorite gimmicks in Pokemon, just want to state that again, is the fact that, I don't know if it's still like this, but I know in Gen 6, I think like there were there was a specific Vivian for like every country or something. Or maybe it was like really specific countries, but I thought that was super cool. That like, and oh man, okay, another thing, I'm gonna blabber again for a second. Another thing that's really awesome about this game that they brought back is Surprise Trade. And Surprise Trade is akin to a function of, if you remember playing Gen 6, something called Wonder Trade. And Wonder Trade was like one of the absolute coolest mechanics that Pokemon has ever introduced into a game. Basically, you go into the GTS and you pick a Pokemon from your box, shoot it up into space, it goes to someone randomly across the planet, and then you get one of their Pokemon. And you could trade with people all over the world. Like, how amazing and beautiful is that? That's so cool. And they kind of did that with Surprise Trade in this. It's something similar. I think really, honestly, the only difference is that I don't think you have the ability to like connect with those people. I think you just get their Pokemon. I don't actually remember if you could do that with the GTS either. I know that there was all kinds of stuff with Gen 6 and the GTS. But yeah, Wonder Trade was super cool. And the only difference, I think, from this game and the GTS in Gen 6 specifically is that it's not instantaneous in this game. You basically... I'm gonna actually play the game. I'm getting distracted. So, in this game, you just kind of submit the Pokemon into the Poke Portal, and there's like a little bit of buffer for them to find a match for you, and then you receive their Pokemon and they receive your Pokemon. But in the GTS, it was kind of similar, but like you were stuck in the GTS screen, right? And would you like to give Scatterbug a nickname? You were stuck in the GTS screen, and until your match was made, and then you got the Pokemon. But in this one, it's actually, I guess it's kind of cooler now that I think about it, because you can like move around and stuff, you know, while you're waiting for your Pokemon to get traded. But yeah, I love Poke Portal, and maybe at some point in the future, maybe I'll just do like a stream where we just play around with Poke Portal, or with Surprise Trade, because I love it. It's super cool. Any chance that I get to make contact with people from other parts of the world, even if it's just trading our little guys, I'm all for it, because that's awesome. And I don't know if it's like that in this game, but I know that in Wonder Trade, it even showed you like the location of the Pokemon that they like, where they came from. Like you get like German Pokemon and French Pokemon, you get Japanese Pokemon. It's so cool. Oh man, just thinking about it. Uh-oh, something's happening. I've never heard that kind of cry before. It could be some strong Pokemon or something. I say we find whatever made that cry. Let's take a look around. Just be careful, it's kind of unsafe cave. Okay. Rotom-Foam. Yeah, you can float with this if you fall off a ledge. It's kind of cool. Yeah, the resolution on this monitor is so much better than the one I usually play on. I can actually like look at all of the little item emblems, pictures in detail. Oh wait, can I do the thing? Yeah. Oh. Ah. Oh, what's this? What is this? There he is. Our little sandwich boy. Our sandwich man. Little Houndours and their pointy little stubby tails. Bow bow, bow bow bow. This sounds like a couple little puppy twins. Ooh, we made it. And I didn't break my neck or ankles. Or shoulders. Look at that water. I love the color of the water in this game. Look how blue that is. Ah. Your captain yearns for the sea and the sky. Yeah. Grr. Quick! You need a sandwich. Sandwich. Ooh, I kind of want a sandwich. I'm pretty hungry. I had some enchiladas for dinner. And they were good. Oh no. Sorry about that. Gomp. Nom gomp. Yeah. I love that he eats sandwiches. I like Koraidon. I also like Miraidon too, but I obviously, as I said, I've never played Violet. I got this one because I like the colors, but I thought about playing Violet too. Maybe if I get a Switch 2, perhaps I will play Pokemon Violet on there. But also, I mean, where it stands now, by the time I get one, Gen 10 might be out. So, I don't know, we'll see. Again, I want to apologize for clearing my throat so much. I got some boo-boo in there. So cool. Alright, we're gonna follow this dangerous looking Pokemon into this cave. And I think once we get to the school, I'll probably call it. 'Cause I'm getting a little sleepy and hungry. And I also kind of want to play Minecraft. And I don't have my PS5 set up to stream yet, so perhaps maybe someday I will show you my Minecraft town that I'm building in creative mode. It's pretty cool. It's coming along for sure. I've been working on it for I guess maybe like 2 months, 2 or 3. Off and on. Obviously, you know, I have other things that I do, but I've been playing a lot of creative Minecraft. Let me just check my mic level really fast here. I feel like it moved. My mic arm's a little droopy. I got a new one, but I think yeah, the way that I have it set up on the arm, I guess with the mic that I have, it's, you know, because it's a front address condenser mic, and the way that it sits on this arm that I got, it's kind of like at a weird angle. But my readout looks fine. No, we're fine. Right, we gotta focus on getting you back up here. Okay. It looks super strong. It is. It slashed a boulder into pieces. This might be as strong as mine. I see you up there. What are you doing? You watching me? Is he watching me? Or is he like a weird static model? Oh, he's definitely watching me. Get away from me. Young Goose? I like him. He's kind of cute. I'm not going to use him, though. I'm probably only... I mean, for the time being, I'm probably only really going to catch Pokemon that I'm going to use. Unless I really like them. Whoa. Oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't run in certain spots in the cave because you have to follow him. Oh my god, where did they all come from? There are like 30 Houndour living in this cave. Let me bump the game up just a little bit. I can barely hear it. Heads up, pretty rough and rowdy boys. It'll be alright. Yeah. I like a lot of the cool little affectations of his design. You know, because you ride on this guy. He's kind of like your vehicle to get around. Because you don't have a bike. You have co-ride-on or me-ride-on, right? And I like that they gave him, like, he's got the, like an Anole lizard, he's got the thing that blows up on his neck like a wheel. He's got, like, wings that come out. His horns look like handlebars. He's also got webbed feet because he swims. It's just really cool. I don't know. Neat. And he's got cool colors. Miraidon's got cool colors too. I like that he kind of looks like, or it, I don't know if they have genders, but Miraidon kind of looks like a, what do they call those things? They're like the, I mean, generally speaking, like the robotic toys from the early 2000s, like the robotic pets. But I can't remember the name of the one. Is it Poochie? Poochie-chi? Oh, I'm thinking of Pachichi from Tamagotchi. Speaking of which, Tamagotchi... what is the new Tamagotchi game called that comes out on the Switch that I'm definitely going to play on stream whenever I get it? Yeah, I'm playing that whenever I get it. So I'm saying that in the first stream, we're playing Tamagotchi Pavilion or whatever it's called. I'm looking it up. Tamagotchi Plaza. We're playing that. Okay? Just captain's orders. Yeah. We are definitely playing that when it comes out. Robot pets. I'm gonna get back to the game. This is stuck in my brain. Also, this is probably gonna be pretty standard fare for a Captain Rollo stream. I'm probably gonna sidetrack a lot and look things up because your brain goes weird places whenever you're streaming, when you're talking to nobody in a room. Also, I'm gonna have to go AFK again for a sec in just a few minutes. Again. I might grab a snack too. I probably won't be streaming for too much longer, but we're at 2 hours. I'm gonna go until we get to the school, like I said, and then we'll call it for today. And then I'll probably pick back up maybe tomorrow or maybe Sunday. We will see. Okay, so I can't find him. Early 2000s robot pet. Poochie, that was his name. Yeah. Anyway, Miraidon looks like that. If you don't know what that is, look up Poochie. if you care. I had Poochie, and I also had Meowchi, which was the cat, and he was my favorite. And then I also had, I think his name was Chirpy-chi, who was the bird, and he was my second favorite. I actually don't know if I ever had Poochie, to be honest. Chirpy-chi, that was his name. By Tiger Electronics, I believe. Oh wait, was it Tiger? According to this, it's saying Sega Toys, but I definitely thought it was Tiger Electronics. Wow, it was Sega Toys. Intéressant. I'm not even paying attention to what's happening. Okay, so he fended off all the Houndours in the Houndoom, and we're good. And he had me kind of in a silly position. Way to go! For a second I thought you were both goners. Oh, could it be? No, the sandwich power. The sandwich. He need more sandwich. If only we knew a... If only we knew a chef, a cook. It looks so different from a minute ago. You think it's okay? Hard to say. You can't tell either, huh? Well, all that aside, I'm seriously glad to have you back up here in one piece. Yeah, me too. I guess it's not like you're this Pokemon's trainer yet, huh? Oh good, it looks like it perked up a little. Yeah. He's all good. Oh man, oh man, oh man. The more I look at this Pokemon, the more mysterious it seems. If you do become his trainer, you gotta let me battle against it. Let's exchange numbers so we can get in touch if we got... Nimona. Man, could you imagine if it was really that easy to exchange numbers with people? If your phone could fly out of your pocket and irradiate some strange kind of energy, and then you just have all of your friends' contact information. And in real life, if they could condense superpowers into discs that you jam into your Pokemon's CD port and they learn moves, or into your CD port, and by that I mean definitely your mouth. Man, could you imagine? Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go AFK just for a second, and I will be right back. There we are. I'm back. I got some snacks. I got some snacks, but I'm gonna wait to eat them until after this, because I forgot that I said in the beginning of the stream that this thing is not gonna end just yet. Once we get to school, I'm gonna stop playing Pokeymans once we get to the school. But I gotta show you guys around my little space. Sorry. I had to go up and down the stairs a few times. I'm good. I'm hanging in there. Well, now we're gonna meet Arvan. But yeah, I got some snacks while I was downstairs. I got La Orange. I got an orange because I I thought that was pretty appropriate. And I also got some little pickle slices in a bag, which are also really good. I'm probably gonna eat something more substantial after the stream, because my my dinner was cool quite a while ago. I think I ate at like 5:30. So yeah, I'm getting a little hungry. Oh, this is Arvin. And so he knows Koraidon. I met at the bottom of the cliff. Yeah. I'm gonna eat my pickles now. Why not? You can't smell them, and you can't smell my breath. So if you don't like pickles, you're fine. Unless you can smell them. I'm holding them up to the microphone. Yeah? Good? I think they're good. Can you hear my crunch? If you don't like that, I'm sorry. But I'm probably gonna snack a lot. Okay. Koraidon, is that this Pokemon's name? How you know it? Agya. You can't go in the lab, it's locked. I don't remember ever seeing you around, but given the uniform, you go to the academy too, do you? Koraidon is the sort of Pokemon that any old trainer can hope to command. It's special. Special how? What sort of Pokemon is it? You think you're up to ordering Koraidon around? Now how about I test your worthiness? Yeah, okay. Well, look at you. Quite the little go-getter. I've been feeling all out of sorts, so I'm gonna use this battle to blast these doldrums away. Arvin! I really like Arvin too. He's got a pretty surprisingly emotional storyline for this game. These memories are leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and I want it gone. Fought her again. Look at how blue is. She's rocking it. Look at that jiggly hair. I really love all three of the starters in this game. Specifically the little ones. But also, this is one of the few Pokemon games where I think that the middle evolutions are also really, really cool. Because usually, you know, I won. Usually, middle stage evolutions are kind of like awkward, and I think they're supposed to be on purpose. But these guys are just really great. I like them. Bro gave me $300. Oh. We did it. Wow, Rollo, that was awesome. I guess I was never gonna stand a chance using some Pokemon I'd only just caught. Yeah, you threw a squirrel at me. I have one of those in my house. I know all their secrets. But if you really think you could take Koraidon off my hands for me, you'll need this. It's the Pokeball that Brute's kept in. Hey. He's a sweet sandwich boy. So why do you have it? Anyway, that thing's your problem now, not mine. Good luck. Poor Arvine. Man, I like pickles. In you go. That Armin guy definitely knows more than he's letting on. Next time, he and I are battling. I'm gonna wring some answers out of him. But oh, right, we gotta climb the lighthouse. Can't wait to show you the view of our school. We're going to school! Pokemon school! I'm actually gonna survey around here. I think there's an item back here. Oh, there's a pig! Whoa. Nice. Revive. So yeah, I was talking about Nuzlocke earlier, and I was thinking like, cause usually, if you're doing like, I guess a traditional standard Nuzlocke, right? The rule is, when a Pokemon faints, it's dead, quote unquote, and you put it in the box and you don't use it, or you release it, in like the really hardcore ones. But I was thinking, specifically for a Nuzlocke where, you know, you're playing in like a previous gen, like Gen 4 or Gen 3, I have a special rule for revives that I think is kind of interesting. I don't know the specifics of it, but like, you can't buy revives at the store, but you can use the revives that you find out in the open, out in the field, while you're just exploring, right? You can use those revives, and that's it. So like, let's say maybe you find like 4 of them out, or 4 or 5 in the game, throughout the entire game, right? That means that you have, let's say 5 free like resurrections of a Pokemon that died in the game. And after that, that's it. I think that's kind of a fun twist to put on things. And it doesn't make it like super unfair, you know, because like, you only have a limited number of resurrections that you can do, you know. And then that's it. And, you know, then you're back on the tightrope. I think that'd be kind of fun. Just an idea. There's a school. Oh, the pickle. That was a strong pickle. Oh my god. But yeah, and I guess to, you know, to go along with that too, just to explain it a little further, is like, let's say, like you have 5 revives that you find out in the wild, and you collect them. And if a Pokemon dies, you can use a revive on it, but if it dies again, then you can use a revive on it again. So you could potentially just revive the same guy over and over, and then you're out of revives for the rest of the game. So you kind of, it adds an extra level of strategy that I think is kind of cool, you know? Like really, really needing to plan out your item usage, because once you're out, you know? And I think that that rule goes specifically for revives, because otherwise, revives, which are usually like, you know, just a thing that you do in the main game. You know, you always have revives. It's super important. But like in a Nuzlocke, if you don't use them, they're just rendered useless, and it's just a useless item that takes up space. You know, like you find a whoa, what's this item? Oh, it's a revive. Cool. You know, I guess I could sell it, which is also not a bad idea. But that's also an option that you have anyway. You know, you could use it if it's one that you found out in the open, in the wild, or you sell it and make money and then get an item that you actually really want, you know, if you don't feel the need to keep them on hand. Anywho, it's going to be so great having you in the same class, but all that schoolwork... Don't think of it as schoolwork. Think of it as tons of chances to learn about Pokemon battling. Isn't it awesome what you can see from up here? It sure is. Mountains, forests, grasslands, beautiful nature stuff. As far as the eye can see. And you know what's waiting for you all over these natural spaces? Tons of Pokemon. Consider this me officially telling you, welcome to Paldea. We made it, guys. We're going to school. But anyway, like you can see, it's kind of a hike to get to school from here. Water! Let's make it to Los Platos for starters. Los Platos. Vamos! Come on. Los Platos. You can see Los Platos from here. Paco Path. Oh man, we're not even at school yet. But we can actually do some like real solid battling. And I can catch some boys. This is the prime boy catching space. I already see one that I want. You might have seen him in the thumbnail already. A little bit of spoilers for you. Yes. He will be mine. Because Azumarill is one of my favorite Pokemon. Not my absolute favorite. I actually don't really know who my absolute favorite is. It kind of changes a lot. But Azumarill is certainly, I would say, probably top 10, maybe even top 5, maybe even top 1. He might actually be my favorite, and I just don't know. He's a lot of my favorite things. He's blue, he's a rabbit, he's water type, he's cute, he's round, he's friendly, and he's also very strong. If you can get an Azumarill with huge power, man, in the main game, and Floatzel, I also love Floatzel. I'm probably going to catch Floatzel too. I think this is going to turn out to be that we have a severe weakness to water. Or electricity, I mean. Electric type. But I guess I could always get in that ball. I guess we could always get like a, you know, a water ground type or something. So I'm gonna go on an Azumarill catching spree until I find one with huge power, because I want it, and that's what we're doing here. Oh, huh. I surprisingly usually have kind of a hard time catching those guys. I don't know why. Because I don't think they have a super... Somebody learned something. I don't think they have a super high catch rate. Or low catch rate, I mean. Look at that little boy. He's so cute. Azurill is very cute. Whenever I found out in Gen 3 that Meryl had a pre-evolution, I was very happy. And then I found out that Azurill is not good. All he knows is like Splash and Bubble. And he learned some better stuff later on, but in the beginning he's not good. Oh, I didn't name him. I'm not gonna name any of these Azurills until I find the one that I want. And then they can all just, the ones that I don't pick, level 7? The ones I don't pick can just play in the box together. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. I don't know how many I'm gonna get. Whoa! Wow, I got that right away. I got the critical catch. I don't know if you have seen that before, but whenever I threw the ball, it did like a weird zigzag thing, and that's how you get the critical catch. That's when you get the critical catch. And that's the thing I was talking about earlier, how they made it super easy in this game in particular to catch Pokemon. The critical catch rate, it goes up a lot whenever you fill out your Pokedex, which is kind of why I'm surprised that I got it so early, but who knows? No, I need to check these guys really fast. What if the first one I got has huge power? This one does. Let's look at the stats. He's got high speed, low defense. And he's already at level 7. His attack's not that great. I'll catch a couple more. Usually I'm not super picky about Pokemon stats. Most of the time, I really kind of don't care about the stats too much. I mean, any Pokemon that's on Captain Rollo's team is gonna... I got it again! Nice. Weird. Any Pokemon that's on Captain Rollo's team is there because I want him to be there. Just like any of you in the crew. You're here because I want you to be. And also because you want to be. That's more important, I think. I think for me personally, it's more important that you want to be here. And if you do, then thank you, and I really appreciate it. And I hope that you, right now, if you're here live or in the future, are having a good time, because I definitely am. I love playing Pokeymaaans, and I love catching these little round boys. Okay, this one went to my box. I'll just catch... Oh. How many Pokeballs do I have? I'm fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm feeling a little sleepy, if you can't tell. This week has been... It's been a long one. For sure. Azurill wants to learn Bubble already? No, honestly, you're not really even supposed to be there. Sorry. It spins its two tails like a screw to propel itself. Don't know how, but this tail also... Oh my god. The tails also slice clinging seaweed. Do we want Buizel on the team? I don't know if I want to fill my whole team out in the first episode. You know what? No, for now, because I'm too tired to think of a name, he's gonna sit in my box for a little bit until I play again, and I will think of a name for him. As I will do with all of my little Azurials as well that I'm collecting. Okay, okay, okay. There's another one. Probably, honestly, just gonna end up sticking with the first one I caught. But, whatever. Why not? This is fun. Oh, wow. Why does that keep happening? Is there a secret that I don't know about? Am I wiggling my left joystick? Am I wiggling it just right? Did I get it to work? It flings that tail around. Nope. Send a box. Get out of here. One thing I always think about when I'm playing this game, or I guess really any Pokemon game, when you're running through the grass, I always just think about all the like ticks and gnats and stuff that would, man, you'd have so many like bug bites and like little gross things all over you. And like, don't get me wrong, IRL, I love being outside. I love doing outside stuff. I am definitely an outside. I just got it again. Wow. I'm a little flabbergasted that I'm getting it so easily. I'm definitely the kind of person that really likes being outside. Now, that being said, I don't necessarily like doing things while I'm outside. I just like being outside. Okay? There's a difference. No. Okay, I'm gonna check these Azurials. Let's see what they have. What kind of things can you bring to Captain Rollo's crew? Some more huge power? Yeah, the disparity... I wonder if that's just pretty standard, right? The disparity seems to be 1 point higher than attack. Because I think... when fully evolved, I think Azumarill does have higher special attack. Barely. I think it's pretty even. Which is... or maybe not. Maybe it actually does go up quite a bit, because maybe that's why they gave it huge power, so it's viable. Also, Piggy is gonna get out of here. Scatterbug's probably gonna get out of here, because I'm not gonna use him, unfortunately. And we'll keep little Azurill here, and then I will think of a name for him as well at some point. I don't know what it'll be, but I will think of one, and he will have a proper name. Alright. So, probably a little change of plans. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way to school. But we will definitely arrive at school the next time. I want to at least fight these kids, and because I am in a very unique position to do so. In Minecraft. In Pokemon. I'm not fighting children in real life. Le Chien. Bleu. I want to at least fight these trainers and then I guess heal up. What are my levels at? My Pokemon levels. 9? Okay. Well, you know, we at least got we got a little bit of the beginning done. Yeah, probably the longest week of my life. I thought college finals were stressful. Yeah, man. I know I didn't necessarily say anything in the group chat, but Carrie was telling me what happened, and that sucks, dude. I'm really glad that she's okay, and I'm glad that you're holding up too. And also, I heard about your pig, and that fucking sucks too. Pardon my French. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about you, and I'm glad that you're here. And hopefully, this is kind of helping take your mind off of stuff. And I hope you're having fun. You know, for sure. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this thing. You know, for me and for the people watching. And if my friends are here and they're hanging out and they're having a good time, then even better. Because I would not do this if it wasn't fun. And hopefully it's helping. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say for me, I definitely didn't have your kind of week, that's for sure. But yeah, I haven't really been sleeping very well lately. I think it's the heat. And also I just haven't really felt great because I got back from my trip. I guess this is the second week I've been home. And ever since then, like, I got like 10 hours of sleep the night I came back, because I came back on Friday at like 2 in the afternoon. And I stayed up until like 10 o'clock that night, and I could not, like, I remember laying in bed, on my bed, hanging out. Like, I think I was watching, I might have been watching a stream or something. And I woke up and it was like 2 in the morning. And like, oh, okay, I have to actually go to bed because, wow, I didn't get anything done. And I slept for another 6 hours, so I got like 10 hours of sleep that day. And like, that's the most sleep I've got in 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Hopefully, I'm pretty beat tonight, so hopefully I can catch some Z's, some proper Z's. But we shall see. I always say that I'm gonna take naps and I'm gonna sleep, you know, and then I never do. I'm definitely kind of one of those people that I like to constantly be doing stuff, or like keeping my mind occupied on something or my hands occupied on something. So I very rarely, even though I am a pretty naturally lazy person, I guess, I'm usually never just doing nothing. That's kind of one of the downsides of having lots of hobbies and interests and stuff, is that you kind of never, it's hard to take time to just be like a monkey, you know? But I think it's important to at least try occasionally. It's important to let yourself make mistakes and let yourself, you know, just lay with your belly hanging out. You know, eating a banana, just taking it easy, and not worrying about stuff. But it's hard. Definitely not easy in today's world, in today's culture. That's a whole can of worms, you know, that I feel fairly strongly about. Probably not suitable for this time of the day or this particular stream, but I'm sure I'll talk about it because it is something that I feel very strongly about, for sure. The whole idea of, you know, particularly in the US, where I'm from and where we are at, talking to my friend but also everybody else, there's definitely a mindset of like, go, work. Your existence is validated by your accomplishments. And I think that's kind of gross, you know? Again, don't really need to get into it right now, but that's definitely how I feel, for sure. Okay, I have 5 revives. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm doing pretty well. Like, I'm feeling pretty solid. I mean, granted, I've only fought like 5-year-olds, so I think I'm okay for now. But do I have anything to sell? I haven't really been picking up that much random stuff. X defense, never gonna use that. Get out of my bag. I don't ever use stuff like that. If you use stuff like that in your playthroughs, cool. I mean, that's why it's there. I'm not one of those people, though. So don't expect me to use those little weird things. I don't even know what they are. Are they like pill bottles? What is... I've never known what those are. They're like vitamin capsules. I'm not giving my Pokemon drugs. Are you kidding me? It is, and I am, and I'm grateful. I don't think I've even told everyone everything, and I won't here. I don't want to bring the stream down. We can talk later. Sure, yeah. Anytime. Anytime you want to vent, anytime you want to talk about anything, I am always here. Now, if you message me, there is a good chance that I won't reply right away, because I'm really bad about checking my messages and stuff, but I will. Usually the thing is, right, you know, I'm pretty bad at checking my text messages and stuff. I will answer phone calls if I know who the person is. But with like Facebook Messenger and text message and stuff, mostly with Facebook Messenger because I'm always usually on my iPad. Look at this little town. This is great. There's not a whole lot going on. I always see the messages when they pop up, but I can't guarantee that I always read them. But usually if it's like if it's in the group chat or whatever, sometimes I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'll glance at it. But like if someone messages me directly, I will usually respond because that doesn't happen too often. And when it does, it's either something important or like the person has something that they want to specifically tell me. And I feel like I would be a bad friend if I didn't, you know? And I don't want to make it sound like I feel like I'm obligated to respond. It's like, yeah, of course I want to talk to my friends too, you know? I'm also like a crazy shut-in, and I spend most of my time watching YouTube videos and, you know, engaged in my hobbies. But yeah, I appreciate that. You know, I want to keep things light and fun, you know. But yeah, you know, if you have anything that you want to get off your chest, like, feel free to message me. I am, like, running on probably 2% life battery right now. So, I'm definitely pulling on all the strings I can to keep this interesting. At the moment. I'll definitely have more energy tomorrow. Fridays are one of those days where, you know, you're so excited to get off work and to like start the weekend, and then by the time you get home you're just like, oh yeah, but not doing that also sounds really good. Not doing any of that stuff that I had planned and just being a lump playing Minecraft. Yes, please. So, for future reference, Friday streams probably going to be a little silly. But I have some stuff planned too for the future. Friday streams will probably vary. This might be a little late in the game to say, because it is the very first official Captain Rollo stream. But Friday streams will probably very rarely be video games. Also, I don't really know how much of like the majority of my content is going to even be streaming games to begin with. I mean, there's a really good chance that this is all I end up doing, you know. But as of right now, there's a lot of stuff that I want to try, and you know, as the channel grows and as we get more people here hanging out and participating and, you know, being a part of this whole thing, I would like to try lots of stuff, you know, lots of fun stuff. Obviously, you know, I'm gonna do like art stuff because I like to draw. Probably do some drawing streams occasionally, and maybe if I'm feeling up to it, if I have the time, I would love to give you guys like a behind the scenes of my 2D model being created. Probably not rigged, but definitely the drawing process. Once I get farther down the road, I mean, that would be a lot of fun. But I also kind of want to keep that a secret, just so I can do like a fun, proper VTuber reveal, you know? We'll see. I don't know. Literally everything's up in the air, you know, at this point. Like, all I know right now is that it is 1:21 a.m. and we are playing Pokemon, and I'm almost done. I think I'm just about done yapping, and I'm just about Pokemoned out. I can't get that because Koraidon doesn't know how to swim yet. I also need to drink some water because my throat is getting very dry. Oh yes. Okay, so we're almost at the school. So yeah, like, we did pretty good. We got just about to where I wanted to get to. The only thing is, I would keep going, but there's kind of like a short gauntlet of trainers here that you have to beat before... I mean, you don't have to fight them, but I want to, just because. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna scooch on down the hill here. Go back to Los Platos. Los Platos. We're gonna go back to Los Platos and we're gonna recoup at the Pokemon Center, and then we're gonna call it on Pokemon, and then we're gonna go back to the captain's quarters, and I'm gonna show you guys some stuff, some of my rooms, my little spaces that I like to hang out, and I think that'll be it. First stream. 80% successful so far. We will only know if it was 100% successful once we get back. Back to my quarters. I also do have I do have an extensive Captain Rollo lore, VTuber lore, because I feel like it's kind of a thing that you just have to do when you make when you become a VTuber. You have lore, but I'm currently a PNG tuber technically, so the lore will remain hidden. We'll have to uncover it when the time comes. I will reveal all of the lore that I have buried deep within the recesses of my Google Drive. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save. Next time, we're gonna make it to school. I'm gonna give my Pokemon some names so they can officially be a part of the team. There it is. And there this is. Ah, one of my favorites. I think that's a good note to call it on. Did I save? I'm gonna do it again. I don't remember. I'm tired. Pretty sure I did. Alright. Well, that is that. And back we go. Captain's quarters. Ah. Well, here we are. Boopy 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 boop. Hang on, I want to do something real fast. There we go. I'm on my screen now, so I can see. Fridays are the same for me. All morning at work, I'm all about getting home and starting the weekend. By the time I get home, I just fall out and watch One Piece. That is not, that's not bad. I like that. Because I also love One Piece, as you know. But as everybody else knows, if you can't tell by my whole thing I got going on here. Also, my my chat is supposed to be showing up on here, but it ain't. It's supposed to be showing up on my screen, but it's not. Whoop! That was a little preview. I accidentally clicked on that. Yeah, I don't know why my little chat... I got a chat overlay. It's supposed to do fun stuff, and it's not. And I didn't even know. I'll have to figure that out. But that's something for another time. You see. I think for right now it's okay, you know, but once we get more people in, I definitely want to get that situated and have everybody's stuff showing up on the screen. Obviously, standard streamer fare. I'm also, admittedly, as I've said, way too friggin' tired to worry about that right now. Anyway, this is my captain's quarters. This is where I conduct all of my captain business. This, I am unsure if this is a painting or if this is a window. Also, I don't know, a lot of these backgrounds and stuff that I have are temporary. It's probably going to change eventually. As we continue to grow and the crew we amass more crew, we'll need a bigger vessel. Yeah, so this is probably where I'm gonna start most of my streams, I suppose, is in this little space. And then we got this nice little beach town going on. I love this one. Yeah. Sorry for all the mouse clicking. Where am I? Oh well. We're here. Yeah, I really like this one too. This is very much my vibe for sure. Nice little chill place. Got a little boat. Yeah. Pretty sure a lot of these are AI generated. But you know what? They get the job done. They get the point across. And I also really love this one too. Ah. Very summery. I think this one might actually be my favorite. Yeah. I wish I could go to a place where that looked like this. Oh man, could you imagine? And yeah, I think those are all the ones I have. I thought I had way more on here, but you know what? I think we're doing good. I think this was a success. I definitely think so. Sorry, I'm trying to maneuver some things here. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, I had a great time. For those of you who are currently watching, thanks for being here. Joe, thank you for coming to my very first stream. I hope you had fun. I don't know when I'll be on again. Probably... I really want to stream tomorrow, but we'll see what I got going on. But definitely Sunday. I'll definitely be on Sunday. I won't be on as late. I would say probably sometime starting next week I will have a schedule, and it will be posted on my YouTube page, on my channel page. I will also have socials at some point too. Most likely X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But I will say, with that, I'm only probably going to be posting my schedule on there, and maybe like fun ideas for streams and stuff, just to keep you guys notified. I'm not really the kind of person that likes to veg out on social media, so don't expect a whole lot on there. I mean, things might change over time, but most likely it's just going to be keeping you guys notified. Giving you guys a heads up if something changes. That's probably where you'll find it. You know, if I have to cancel a stream or reschedule a stream, or any fun ideas that I have, you know, any ideas I come up with that allows you guys to participate outside of the stream, that's where it'll all be. But yeah, I'm not really going to be super active on there, so don't expect a lot of egregious, you know, like posting or anything. That is not my vibe. That is definitely not my vibe. You know what? You know what I think we're going to do? We are going to... What is happening here? Hold on. Okay. We're going to put on just a little bit of music to send us out. But what shall we listen to? I got so much stuff. You know what? I know what we're gonna do. This one. Well, I think that's all for me. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here for the very first stream. Whether you were here when it was happening or you're here in the future watching, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I had a blast. You know, I was a little unsure if this was going to be something that I enjoyed. I can tell you 100% that this is absolutely something that I enjoyed. And I will definitely be doing this again, for sure. This is not the last that you will see of Captain Rollo. Absolutely not. If there is fun to be had and good times to be shared, I will be there. At least as a tiny digital man in a tiny digital world, or one guy on a boat. One day it will be many people on a boat. But until that time, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your lives. Don't forget to be decent to yourself and be decent to other people. And stay curious. Stay cute. Stay sexy. If that's what you're into. Not here to yuck anybody's yum. I'm all about that. But yeah, thanks for coming. I had a great time, and we will be back. Maybe not tomorrow, but definitely Sunday, which is, check state really fast, the 29, June 29th. Oh my god. This is fun. I look forward to more. And I look forward to you being here. And thanks for coming to my first stream. And thanks for most likely being my very first subscriber. I appreciate that. I really do. But yeah, I hope you come back, and I hope that the next time you come back, there's even more people here hanging out and having a good time. But with that being said, I've been your captain. Bon voyage. Until next time.